Eat Smart Idaho here to present some of our work. Can you speak up? Okay, I will try. Thank you. So we do a lot at Eat Smart Idaho, and I'm going to try to condense it all and give you a big picture, but I do have some handouts over here if you'd like to grab that also have my contact information if you want more information. So I'm going to talk about the challenge that our program tries to overcome, what our solutions are, and some of the results of our programs. And I have some notes so that I won't go too far and I'll save my time. So we had in Idaho 2/3 of adults and 30% of youth are overweight or obese. And this puts them at increased risk for chronic diseases. So while a healthy diet and regular physical activity can decrease the odds of these obesity-related diseases, 1 in 5 children and 14% of Idahoans overall experience hunger or food insecurity due to lack of money or resources. And so we just heard a little bit about what that means, that food insecurity. And then when you look at our population stratified by income, it becomes an even greater problem because Idahoans in the lowest income brackets report the lowest intake of fruits and vegetables and the least amount of physical activity, as you can see here. So Eat Smart Idaho is the University of Idaho Extension program, and we provide nutrition and physical activity education for low-income Idahoans. Eat Smart Idaho helps participants to learn the basics of healthy eating, smart shopping, food safety, quick meal preparation, management of limited grocery dollars, and increased levels of physical activity. Our program is supported by 2 federal grants. So we're supported by the USDA's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program Education, or SNAP-Ed, and that funding comes through Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. And then we also receive money from the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program, which is through USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture. And both of those grants fall under the Farm Bill, which is debating right now. So I'm going to present some of the work that we've done in our fiscal year 17, because we just ended our programming this year at the end of September. So in FY17, Eat Smart Idaho was awarded a little over $1 million, and we partnered with 200 community partners to provide programming in 37 of Idaho's 44 counties. Including Latah County, and we have one of our nutrition advisors here with us today who works in Latah County. So funds provided to Eat Smart Idaho not only supported nutrition education programming for some of Idaho's most vulnerable, but they also provided employment for 65 individuals throughout the year. So that includes some staff turnover, but we had 65 individuals or almost 22 full-time equivalents employees that are supported by Eat Smart Idaho. And one of the great things about our programming is that we really try to hire from within the community. So we're building up that employment in the community and then also working for sustainable programs, because by building up people within the community, they have a better connection to that target audience. So Eat Smart Idaho implements direct education classes as well as programs that work on changing policies, systems, and environments that work to improve access to healthy food and physical activity outlets, and they just make the healthy choice the easy choice. So the 5 projects that I'll share with you today are on the screen here. They include our direct education classes. So this is where we hold a series of classes to teach an evidence-based curriculum that focuses on dietary practices, food safety, food resource management, and physical activity. The other 4 projects are part of our policy, systems, and environmental projects. And these include the Healthy Pantry, Healthy Food Drive, Smarter Lunchroom Movement, social marketing campaign called Long Live Idaho, and a needs assessment of physical activity that we titled Get Moving Idaho. So in our direct education classes, we had over 1,000 adults and nearly 4,000 youth that participated. And graduates reported improvements in overall dietary knowledge and practices, in food resource management, so this is things like using a grocery list, actually making a food budget, comparison of prices in the stores, and then we had improved dietary intake, so specifically increasing intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, low-fat dairy, and decreasing intake of sugar-sweetened beverages. food safety, so things like proper hand washing and food storage or preparation and seasonal activity. So all of that comes from attending one of our series of classes. Environmental changes were made in 29 schools and in 41 food pantries or food drives across the state to make the healthy choice the easy choice. So in the pantries, this includes things like organizing the pantry based on the food groups and putting up My Plate signage, having our nutrition instructors come in and do recipe demos, hold classes when it's appropriate or possible. In the school lunch environment, this might be things like moving the white milk in front of the chocolate milk, so it's the first thing that kids reach for. It might include creating fun names for fruits and vegetables and the healthy entrees so they're enticing to children, naming the school cafeteria, or bringing in community role models such as firefighters to help promote healthy eating. And our healthy social marketing messages reached over 200,000 low-resource individuals through our Longbow, Idaho campaign. So this campaign was based on the 5-2-1, almost none messaging that targets parents and caregivers of young children. So this is consuming 5 fruits and vegetables a day, 2 hours or less of screen time, an hour or more of physical activity, and almost no sugar-sweetened beverages. So we had messages displayed on billboards in southern Idaho, we had radio ads on Spanish radio, and then we had posters and messages displayed throughout the state. So the Department of Ed paid for posters to be put up in all of the schools, and they were available in English or Spanish. And then our final project in our FY17 year was a needs assessment of Eat Smart Idaho's target audience. And this was to look at physical activity. And so we identified that both low awareness and low use of physical activity outlets, so things like parks, outdoor recreation, gyms, health clubs, indoor recreation, and then organized classes. So our target audience, they weren't aware of what was out there, and even if they were aware, they weren't using it. So we also identified what are those barriers for that use, and those included things like cost, but also time, transportation, distance, their own health, and childcare. So now these results are going to help guide our future programming. So you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and check out our blog, eatsmartidaho.com. And this is a picture of our team in April this year for our statewide training.